All right, welcome to our New York stream here. Let's just look at gold, right? Basically today it's a Monday, right? So it's a new week, and we won't be seeing too much of a volume, right? Even if you see this rise on gold, right? Uh, it this is a 15-minute chart, all right? It started at 11 in the morning, right? It took some time to actually slowly climb up uh, to basically where I'm at right now. All right, so we'll be let's just see if there's some extra volume. All right. Okay. We'll see if there's some opportunity that we can actually take for gold. All right. So right now, what I'm seeing is based on my range here. It's a very big range. Okay. I'll be marking out a few levels that um I will be looking for entry. All right. A possible sell zone actually. Okay, so this is where I'll be looking for sells. But I will wait for price to actually tap in first before I actually take any positions. All right. I'm gonna hop back on USD CAD. Right. So basically, I gave this sell limit last week, right? Friday. Uh, the reason I canceled the order is basically when I see on the 15-minute, right? I do see price actually breaking these highs here, right? So if you um right, if this is a strong momentum moving towards the downside, right, this it would have collected our order and continued to dump, right? Because I on the hour four, actually, let me just show you. All right, make it simple. Right, on my hour four, I actually have this low being taken out, right? This low here, right, it's been taken out, right? And I was actually waiting for this retracement on the 15th. Okay, the retracement came, but at a very late moment, right? Somewhere in 10, 11 o'clock, right? About 11:30, only it started to retrace back. All right, so basically the reason I canceled this order, right? Because I do see that uh, this low here, right, wasn't taken out. Okay, let me just remove this fib. All right, so this low here wasn't taken off, right? It actually retraced back up and breaking all these highs here, especially this high here, right? So I don't see why I should be holding my sell limit. All right. Okay, so I actually canceled the order is because if you can see from here, right, this high here, it has been broken here, right? This one actually went higher, right? It came back below, okay, started to range here, and then it did this dump today, right? Not too much from, if let's say from the entry point at this level, right? It just did about a 12 pip dump, okay, and then it started to retrace again. So if right now I want to take this sell, right? If I want to continue using this level to take a sell, I would want to see price actually breaking these lows here, all right, before I actually hop in for position. Okay, so just give me a moment to refresh because I've already cancelled the order, but this thing is not cancelling here. Okay, I'm just gonna close this. Okay. All right. So basically, this one I did not really actually. I did not want to take this position, but because here it did not allow me to cancel, which I just cancelled it, right? So back to where we were. All right. So on the hour four, if this is going to be a strong supply level, all right. If this is a strong supply level, it should have already dumped the price further, right? It should have already dumped it before this huge retrace. And if you look at the hour four, there's multiple candles here, right? Still in within the zone. All right, so hence that is the reason why I do not want to hold on to this sell limit, right? If I'm going to try and take this sell again, I would want to see maybe a higher level, all right, maybe a sweep of all this liquidity here, right? And perhaps maybe just somewhere at about this zone here, all right? If the price is going to reach this level, okay, if the price comes to this level, then this will be my final supply level where I will be actually dumping USD CAD. All right, so I will just see how this goes. It's definitely going to take a few more candles to happen if it's going to tap into this level here. All right, so for USD CAD, I'll be waiting to see how it's going to react before I actually take any positions. All right, let me just hop on back on gold to give you guys a sense of direction where I'm looking at. All right, right, if looking on the hour 4, we have this level here that's being taken out, right? So if I'm on the hour 4, this is where I'll be looking for sells. This is my zone. All right, if we look back on the 15, right, it also correlates to where my hour 4 is, right? The break of structure here that I've marked, right? If you guys can see this line here, this line is the same as my hour 4. This fib level is the same. This zone as well is the same here. Alright, so if you look at hour 4, this is my high, this is my low, taken out, right? Retraced. Okay, so right now I want to see maybe this candle to be closing higher, right? Above this price point here. Alright, our current hour 4 which just opened here, I need this to break to actually take over this high, right, and close above, and then form some kind of confirmation for me to actually start dumping. All right, so I'll be waiting for more movement on gold before I actually take any position. All right, so basically today's a Monday, we won't be seeing a lot of volume. Basically on a Monday today, we don't have any news that will give impact to the market. All right, even though it's the New York Open, right, at 8:30, but if you do notice that usually on a Monday, there's not much of a volume in the market that we actually can take any positions, right? So I'm just going to hold on to gold. I'm going to check back on gold tomorrow to see if there's a huge volume again, right? And basically, I'll be looking for more entries for gold tomorrow. All right, let's look at AUD USD. All right, so basically AUD USD, I was actually looking for a sell, right, on my 15-minute. Okay, but I did not take this position. Reason is because we do see candle breaking above, right? So if candle is breaking above this 786 and 618 zone, that is where I will not be looking for entries. And we can see that the price actually came to this high here, right? Form a few wicks, candle still closed below the my fib level, right? My high point, right? They only left out a wick there, so I won't be looking for any entries here. Probably what I'll be seeing right now is something like this, right? So I will just wait out to see how this goes. Okay, CHF JPY, at the moment I don't have anything that I'll be looking for entries. Alright, so I'm just going to keep this as it is right now, and I will just look it back in a few more days. Right, AUD NZD, I was looking for a buy. I did not actually hop in. Okay, let me just check on this. Right, so basically AUD NZD, I did not actually take any positions, right? So if you are looking at this level, so probably entries would be somewhere here, right? The stop just right below, and TP at the high, which it almost hit, right? But I did not take this trade. Okay, I will just wait out to see if there's any more confirmations, or perhaps a second entry for AUD NZD. Right, moving on to GBP and ZD as well. This one is a trade that I did not take because this was actually marked out last week. Right, I marked this out last week. I will just see for more confirmations first because it's only the first day of the week for trading, right? So I wouldn't want to take any rush, right? So I'll just wait out and see how it goes before I actually jump into a certain positions, all right? So looking at GBP USD, I'm at the moment looking at something like this. Okay, we do see price tapping at this 618, but that's not a solid confirmation that we can be using. Right, so I'll just wait out for GBP USD at the moment. All right, Euro JPY. Let me just check on hour 4. Right, so on hour 4, I have this break above. Still waiting for a retracement for Euro JPY. We'll just wait and see how this goes. All right. Basically, we need a few more hour 4 candles, right? Because this is based on the hour 4 chart, so we are definitely going to be seeing a long way out of this. All right. Euro AUD. Euro AUD as well. I'm just going to wait out to see how this is going to perform, right? Because we do see that the price has been ranging here, right? So might as well just de-risk yourself and not hop in when the price is ranging. Right, so we'll just see how this is going to create. If it's going to break towards the downside or the upside, then we'll look at the newer range. Right. NZD JPY, we have a break above. Just a tiny break. All right. Let's just assume that this is my current high here, right? So we'll just see how this is going to perform. Uh, Somewhere at this 618 zone here. All right. We are looking at something here as well. All right, somewhere here. Then we'll be looking for buys. Based on what I'm looking at the moment right now, I would say somewhere at this level here is much more reasonable. Right, this level itself, we also can still use it. But if you do see, it came back with the first touch and the second touch here. Right, so I would think this final zone here would be much more at a better entry level. Right, so we'll just wait out for NZD JPY on the 15th to see how it's going to perform. So AUD JPY, I'm looking at a newer range at the moment. I'm assuming that this is my high. All right, and if I have a fit right here, somewhere at below the 50 will be the place where I'll be looking for entry. Right, AUD CHF. I will just skip this one for now. Right, Euro USD, like I said on my hour 4, we are waiting for this tap in at this lower level here. Right, we will want to see the price dumping again, about roughly of 32 to 33 pips. Okay, we want to see this dump, and then we'll look for buys at this level. All right, if it taps in, we are looking at, let's just say we're taking an entry based on where we are at the moment, at the zone there. All right, just the tap in, yeah. Let's say you're looking at a stop or somewhere here. We are looking at about a 1 to 3.7 risk to reward. Right, so we are looking at something like this, right? This is not 100% entry, not 100% stop, but the TP is definitely at this level. This is where I'm targeting it. All right, so we'll just wait out for this to form. All right, so basically on the hour 4, what we are waiting for, something like this. Right, to dump, break above, does a pullback, and then like this, right? We are looking at something like, because why here? Because we do have this movement downwards, right? Came up, right? So we want to see this retracement, right? Retrace back below, tap into this level, form a sweep above, right? A break above this level, comes back, right? And then we can take our entry, right? So something like this, if we're going to pull our fib, right? Something like this. And we are looking to enter at between the 618 and the 786 of this new fib that I pulled. Alright, so something like this would be much more reasonable. Alright, so we'll just wait out for Euro USD on the hour 4. Okay, as for GBP JPY is the same thing, the same deal as Euro USD. Right, because this is also the hour 4. We are also waiting for a tap in below at this level here. Right, it did not tap in, it left about another 41 pips before it started to rise. So we'll just see how this goes as well. Alright. GBP CAD, we are still waiting for this since last week. Since last week Wednesday, right, on the hour 4. Right, we do have all this sweep here. Right, so this is definitely my high, right? Much more aggressive, I'll be using this point here. Right, I'll be slightly much more aggressive for GBP CAD. Right, if the price is going to break above this level, right, if we have something like this, we wait for a retracement, and then we're going to buy it back to the top. GBP AUD waiting for a sell, definitely at this level here, because this is our only supply level. If we do see, right, this is our only supply level here. These are all bearish candle, and this is the only bullish one here, and we have another one here, right? But this is the one that correlates in between the zone. Right, so we'll be looking for sells, same thing that we want to look at, right? Something like this. Tap in, break below, pulls back, and dump, right? Something like this we are looking for at the moment. Right, so we'll just wait out to see how this goes. NZD USD is definitely something that we'll be waiting for a few more days. Like I've said, I want to see this break below or the break towards the upside, then we will have a newer zone. Alright, a newer range, I would say, right? A newer range for us to trade at, so it will be better. We'll just wait out to see how this goes. USD JPY, I'll be looking at my 15-minute. Because this is based on my 15-minute settings here. Just give me a moment. We are looking at something like this at the moment for USD JPY. Alright, so we'll just see how this goes before we jump in. Right, because it's a little bit risky to actually take a position here. Right, CAD JPY looks the similar. on my hour 4 as well. Right, so we just need to wait for, assuming that this is our high. Alright, we are waiting for a retracement back to the 50 before we actually can take any positions. Alright, so we'll just wait out to see how this goes. Right, so basically these are the pairs that I'll be much more keen on looking at. Alright, hopping back to gold, I would like to take some positions from gold, right? But I need the price to actually tap into the level. So for now, what I'll be doing is I'm just going to be waiting out for gold here. All right, tap into this higher level. All right, before we actually take any position, shorting it towards the downside again. All right. Do you guys have any questions that you would like to ask? Anything in regards to, let's just say you are looking at some sort of possibilities for a kind of pair? If you do have, please make sure you just type it down in the comment, right? In the comment section, and I will just help you guys as much as I can, give you my input on what I'm looking at, and you can just analyze it yourself as well. And if you have any education needs that you want, you can also just ask me. Right, I'll be happy to guide you guys as well. Alright, so for TikTok, I'll be ending my live, alright, and I'll see you guys in YouTube. Alright, so please hop into my channel, and I'll see you guys in YouTube. Thank you and bye bye. Welcome TikTok, welcome. Right, TikTok, welcome, welcome, welcome. I basically started the live stream about 25 minutes ago, right? So basically what I did is just analysis on the pairs that I'm looking out for, All right. And as for gold, I'll be looking for shorts. But at this level here, all right, at this zone here, this two zone here. All right, there's one here and there's another one here. All right, so I'll be looking for shorts at this level here. We'll just see how the price is going to play out. All right. Uh, I'm actually waiting for the price to tap into either one of these here. Right, but if you do see that this zone and this zone is just very nearby to each other. Alright, so whichever that the price hits first, that's the one that I'll be looking for. Alright, we'll just see how this goes before we actually take any positions, alright? If the market does give us something to look at, then yes, it will be great for us. But don't forget, today is just the first day of trading. Right, so we'll just see how it goes. Right, we still have another 4 more days, right? We have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Right, so Monday is basically a day that we don't see too much of a volume. Right, even with the New York Open at 8:30 about here, right, it just started to dump from here. The highest it went to was here, and it just did a dump of 52 pips on gold. Right, but if you look at currencies, definitely nothing much is moving. Right, so basically all the pairs are the same on a Monday. So we'll just see how this goes, and we'll just focus for tomorrow if there's an opportunity. Right. If given today on a Monday we have some possible entries, then I will be taking it. I will be sharing with you guys live as well, and you guys can also take it if you want to. So for right now, we'll just sit back and just look at gold to see how it's going to form. Right. As for other pairs, we don't have any possibilities as well. Right. The nearest that I can see is basically just for gold at these two levels here. Right. I'm just going to try and look at other pairs to see if we have any possibilities. All right. I'm looking at exactly CAD, right? We do have a tap at this level here at our zone here that we've been watching for quite some time. Right now, I just want to see a confirmation, a movement. And we have this dump here, we have this retracement. We want to see this break below, break above, retest. Then we're going to buy it back to the top. Alright? So we'll just wait out for this to see how this is going to perform. Alright, Euro NZD is definitely something that we won't be taking. Assuming that this is my high. Right, I'm looking at something like this for Euro NZD. Just assuming that this is my high, it's not a confirmed high yet. I'm just assuming it. Alright. Euro CAD. Give me a minute. Alright, Euro CAD, we may be having an entry at this level here, which we are currently in. Alright, but I'm not going to rush too quick on this entry here, right? Because it is going to be slightly risky, right? We see this massive momentum moving towards the upside, alright? And we see this downwards momentum that's so quick, right? Every candle is a bearish from 7:45 up to now. It's all bearish candle, right? So if we have some sort of retracement here, right, a sort of rejection, and then breaking below again and breaking above, then we will be executing this trade. Alright, reason why I'm not going to rush into this because, like I've said, a very quick movement towards the upside, right? It broke all the highs, right? It did a change of character in the market, right? And it retraced very quickly as well, right? So I don't want to rush so quick by taking a buy here. Right? If I'm hopping on to the 1 minute, if you're on the 1 minute, right, we can be very aggressive by taking this high here, right? A break above, come a retracement and then buy. Right, we can do something like this, but this will be very risky. Alright, hence that is why I'm not trying to risk so quickly. But nonetheless, we will try and keep a look on this. Alright, if on the 15th if there's a confirmation, then we will be taking it. Alright, so EuroCAD, I'll be looking at it closely. Euro GBP at the moment, this has already gone, right? Like I've said, I'm not taking all this, right? Because all this broken above my zone, right? So this eventually did dump. Friday last week, it did this massive dump. It retraced back. Basically, it's 2 weeks ago, right? Last week it retraced back, and I'm just waiting for this to break above or break below. So we'll just wait out for Euro GBP to see how this is going to play. Right, AUD CAD at the moment, I have a zone here tapped in, no pullback. I need to break below this low here first. And I will have something here as well. Right, so two zones I'll be watching out for. USD CHF, I'm going to avoid this for now. And then the USD, we have done it already. Right, so basically, all the pairs has been done. Right, so this I did all these rate tags first. Alright, and I just did all those I have never tagged yet. So AUD USD, AUD CAD we're watching. Euro cap on the 15th, we'll be watching it closely. Alright, and basically for both NZD CAD as well. Alright, so these are the pairs that I'll be keeping a close eye on for the moment. it is tempted to actually hop onto EuroCat, right? But like I said, on the 1 minute, it's a very aggressive entry, right? With a stop of only 5 pips, right? So it is a little bit aggressive if we are taking this trade. Hence, that is why I'm not jumping in yet. I'm just going to wait out to see how this market is going to play out, especially on the 15 minute. Right? Because on the 15, we don't see any change right now, right? All we see is this massive pump, right? There's another 8 more minutes. Anything could happen here, right? Like all this dump as well. Anything can happen. So if this is going to retrace back up, it's good. I'm going to wait for a candle to break below, retrace back with a change in the market, comes back down, and I'm going to start buying. All right. So like I said, on the 1 minute, if we take an entry here, it is very aggressive. But I'm not suggesting that you guys not to take it or take it, right? It's basically up to you guys. So if you want, you can actually take it right just now. But I'm not hopping in at the moment. I'll just let the market do what it's going to need. Basically, let it run however it is going to be before I jump in. Alright, on YouTube, Niraj, thank you for the analysis. Can you check please XTI USD? XTI USD is basically crude oil. I would say this is the one. Right. I'm gonna hop onto the hour 4 to be slightly better. Right. So this chart right now I'm looking at is XTI USD. Alright, it's basically the crude oil. I don't think many people actually trade XTI USD because XTI USD is based on supply and demand. Right? It's slightly similar to gold. Alright, but XTI USD is the movement is much bigger. The movement is something like US 30. Alright, let me just see how I want to mark this up. Just give me a moment while I do this marking first, yeah. Just give me a minute. Alright, so basically this is my hour 4. We are waiting for a retracement. Alright, let's look at the 15. So basically, if we look at any other time frames, right, we do see the momentum of XTI USD is actually climbing towards the upside, right? We do see the momentum that is going higher. All right. Based on my hour 4, let me just check 1 minute. Um, we can try taking a sell, right? But we need to look at where we are going to sell. Right. So right now, if we're going to be conservative on what we are looking at, right, we are seeing this level here. Just let me move this. Alright, so if Niraj, if you're still watching, alright, so basically if we're gonna be conservative, right, we need this low to be taken out first. Alright, and then with a pullback, then we can actually start shorting it back to this level here, right, which is this supply this demand area here. Alright, but right now this is like 90 pips away from about close to 100, right, from where we want to take a shot, right? So this is what you will be seeing at the moment. Okay, if we are hopping on the hour 1, right, it's a similar thing that I'm looking at, this level as well, to be taken out, right? The reason for that is because if we do see this movement, right, like this pump, this retracement, and this pump here, right, we want to see this. If you want to continue buying, then you can actually use a fib from here to here, right? But if you want to take a sell, right, back to the low side, right, then you would need this to break below this level, right? That indicates that the market is shifting, right? Then you can actually wait for a retracement somewhere about this level here, right? If you pull a fib, then you can actually start, when the price comes back here, then you can actually start shorting it, right? So this is what I'm looking at. Even for the hour 1 is the same thing that I'm seeing, right? But if you want to continue the buy momentum, right, which there's no wrong with buying or selling, right? If you're going to continue buying, let's just use, let's say, this recent structure that we have here, all right? Why I'm saying a buy here would be possible also is because we do see this high here is being taken out, right? We do see this level here taken out. Okay, let's just ignore all this, yeah. We just focus on what we are seeing here. High has been taken out, so we do have a low and the high is here, right? It does a pullback to the 50, right? So anything below the 50, you can actually take a buy. But then you need to look at where your demand area is, right? For example, we do have this final demand area, the final bullish candle before the final bearish candle before the massive pump up, right? Price hasn't tapped in yet. All right. We also do have this one here. If we do look at this is a much bigger one, which basically ate up the whole zone here, right? So even on the hour 1, if you're going to take a buy, you will need a confirmation, right? Let's just assume that we are only going to be using this zone. All right. Then you want something. We see this dump here. We see this retracement, right? Like this retracement is back here to the wick. Right, you want to see another dump, right? Maybe something like this, right? Dump again, break above, right? When the moment this is breaking this, then with this pullback, you can actually take a buy and jump it back all to the high, right? So basically what I'm doing, I'm using the wick as well, right? I'm not only going to use the body, but I'm using the wick as well, right? So if we are looking on the 15, we see this massive pump at 9 o'clock, right? A massive pump of about 50 pips over, right? And this dump as well, about 50 pips already. So we want to see the tap in here at this level on the 15, on the hour 1 as well, right? Then we can actually look for buys. But right now, what you are looking at, right? The structure of this is basically it's a momentum moving towards the upside. Right, so if it's moving up, then you will also want to take the buy position, right? But what I'm looking at, if I want to sell, then I'll be looking to sell if the price is breaking this low. The moment the price breaks this low, then I'll be looking for sells, right? Right now, I'll be looking for buys first at about this level, all right? Right, so if we look at 1 minute for Euro CAD, we do see this movement, right, of about 11 pips already, right? So I did not take it as I've said. This is the 1 minute setup, right, which is something that is very risky, hence very aggressive, right? And so I did not hop in. I'm basically waiting for the 15 minute to form a confirmation, right? Then only I'll be jumping in. Basically, the other pairs are not something that we want to be hopping at the moment. Right, let's look at gold. Gold is still dumping up to 70 pips. Let's just see if there's a retracement. All right, TikTok. Feel free to join my live, my channel here on TikTok. All right. I'll update you guys if there's a possible entry later today. If not, then we'll be focusing on tomorrow up to Friday. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Live stream as well on my YouTube and also on TikTok. And basically, I'll only be doing the New York sessions. All right. So please come back tomorrow and just join my live and see and maybe learn a thing or two as well. All right. So thank you TikTok for joining, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you and bye bye. Alright, so I'm gonna be ending my live. Alright, and if there's any possible entries, I'll update you guys in my channel. Alright, so please make sure to hop into my channel here. Alright, there's a link here. Go to your Telegram and just search for this, or you can actually just look at my live. Right, I've attached the link up there as well. Alright, so please hop on and join my channel, and if there's any possible entries, I will set it up and just send it to you guys. Alright, and if there's no entry later today, I'll be focusing on tomorrow onwards until Friday. Alright, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time at 8:30. Alright, and make sure you don't miss out, and just set an alert for yourself at 8:30 to actually join my live. Alright, so thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.